Every single one of those missed calls on your screen right now is a customer who's already calling your competitor. And in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to stop that from happening this summer. Here's what most HVAC owners get wrong about this. They think the problem is not being available enough. It is not. The problem is that summer call volume is a completely different animal. You can be fully staffed and still miss calls. The phone does not stop ringing. And the fix is not hiring more people. It is building a response system that never lets a call fall through. If this video helps even one person stop losing summer jobs to a faster competitor, that is a win. Hit that like button before we get into this. Stick around until the end. The setup I am covering is fast to get running. Let's get into it. Most of the year, a missed call is manageable. You call back the next morning and you probably still get the job. Summer does not work that way. When the temperature spikes and an AC unit breaks down, that homeowner is not waiting patiently. They are calling every HVAC company in their area until someone responds. They make a decision in minutes, not hours. This is what separates summer from every other season. It is not about being available at midnight. It is about responding fast enough during the day. Summer call volume can run 2 or 3 times higher than normal. Your team might be great. Your pricing might be fair. But if someone else picks up first, that job is gone. There's nothing wrong with your team. There's nothing wrong with your service. The problem is the volume. And volume needs a system, not a person. Let's talk about what actually happens on the caller's end when no one picks up. Because most business owners imagine the caller leaving a voicemail and waiting patiently. That is not what happens. A homeowner whose AC just went out on a 95-degree afternoon is in full problem-solving mode. They are not patient. They do not want to leave a message. They want someone to pick up and tell them help is coming. So they hang up. They call the next HVAC company on Google, then the next one, until someone answers. Here's the part that really stings. You might call back 30 minutes later and actually reach them, but they have already booked with whoever responded first. It is not personal. It is not about price or trust. They were in crisis, and the fastest company won. That is not a service problem. That is a systems problem. And systems problems have systems solutions. Here is something worth separating out before we get into the fix. This is a different problem than after-hours calls. What I am talking about today is daytime volume. Your office is open, your team is available, but the calls are coming in faster than any one person can handle. That is a capacity problem, not a coverage problem. And those two things need different solutions. Throwing a standard answering service at a volume problem just creates a message backlog. You need something that responds to the caller right away, before they hang up and dial someone else. Drop a comment below. Tell me which problem hits your business harder, daytime call volume or after-hours misses. I read every single comment. So what does a fast response system actually look like? There are 2 levels to this. The right one for you depends on the size of your operation. Let's start with the simpler option first. A missed call text back does exactly what the name says. When a call goes unanswered, the system automatically sends a text to that caller within seconds. Something like, "Hey, sorry we missed you. We are helping a customer right now. Can you send us your address and let us know what is going on with your unit?" That one message does a lot of work. It tells the caller you are aware of them. It keeps them from immediately dialing the next company. And it opens a conversation before you even have a chance to call back. For solo operators and small shops, 1 or 2 trucks, this is a real option. It costs very little to get running. If you are running multiple trucks and summer call volume is genuinely burying your front desk, a text back is a good start. But it is not the full solution. What you actually need is an artificial intelligence receptionist. This is a system that answers the phone when your team cannot. It talks to the caller. It collects their name, their address, and the problem they are dealing with. It can even ask follow-up questions, like whether it is an emergency or a scheduled appointment. The caller gets an immediate response, not a voicemail, not hold music, an actual conversation. By the time your office is free to follow up, you already have a complete lead intake ready to go. Nothing falls through. The newer systems do not sound like an old phone tree. They are conversational. Many callers do not realize they are not talking to a live person. This is where the volume problem actually gets solved. When you are shopping for either of these solutions, here are 3 things to look for. First, it needs to connect directly to your existing phone number. Not a separate line customers have to find. Your main number, the one already showing up in Google. Second, it needs to pass lead information directly to your scheduling software. If your team has to manually re-enter the caller's details after the fact, you will lose time. Leads will fall through the gap. Third, you should be able to customize the messaging. It needs to sound like your business, not a generic call center script. Go High Level has this built in. Jobber has call-related features as well, depending on your plan. The Missed Call Audit worksheet is free in the description. Grab it and see exactly where your calls are going. Let me put a real picture around this. It is a Tuesday in July, 98 degrees outside. You have 3 techs on jobs and your front desk is on hold with a supply house. The phone rings, no one gets to it, goes to voicemail. That caller waits about 4 minutes. Then they hang up and call the next HVAC company on Google. That company fires back a text in 10 seconds. Someone will be there by 3. Job booked, gone. Now run the same day with the text-back system turned on. Call comes in, system sends a text within seconds. Sorry we missed you. What is going on with your unit? The caller responds. Lead is captured. You call back 20 minutes later, and you still have a real shot at that job. That one system is the entire difference. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment. Have you ever lost a job because no one answered fast enough? All right, let's wrap this up with the decision logic. If you are a solo operator or a small shop, start with a missed call text back. It is low cost, fast to set up, and it keeps leads from disappearing before you get a chance to call back. That is the right first move. If you are running multiple trucks and volume is your real bottleneck, the next step is a full artificial intelligence receptionist. It answers the call, collects the lead, and feeds everything directly into your scheduling workflow. Either way, the root problem is the same: speed. Every minute that passes is a minute that customer is one step closer to booking with someone else. The Missed Call Audit worksheet is free in the description. Use it to see exactly how many calls you are losing right now. If this video helped, subscribe to Missed Call Money.